In other news, Warner Bros. Games Montreal. That's right. The group that's fresh off announcing last week that they are up for sale. WB, the entire film department and the game department is up for sale. A recent article just came out following up saying WB Games Montreal is working on a AAA live service title game based on DC Comics. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The company, Warner Bros., who recently just put out 4 failed live service games, including Gotham Knights, Mortal Kombat, Multiverses, and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. They said after 4 failed $100 million plus games, they said, you know what we need more of? More live service. We're not done. We're gonna make sure this company gets buried 6 feet under. According to a new job listing, WB Games Montreal next game is a AAA live service title that is based on DC Comics. Warner Bros. Games Montreal was working on a AAA game based on the DC Comics universe as revealed through an earlier job listing. However, the fact that it is a live service game is new information, and many players have some thoughts to share about this development. This is unfortunate too, because WB Montreal, I believe they're the ones who made Gotham Knights. Hold up. Don't hit me. Yep, they made Gotham Knights. This is not even one of the best WB teams.
Subscribe to the idea of
Yo, shout out to Giant the Don with the sub. Appreciate it. Spotted by Tech for Gamers, a new job listing for an executive producer has surfaced on WB Game Montreal's website. The Your New Role category clearly states that the executive producer's duty would be to lead the development of a high-quality AAA game based on one of the iconic IPs from the vast Warner Bros. And DC Comics catalog. The live service part comes in an execution and market readiness category, which states that the executive producer will have to oversee post-launch content and live strategy, ensuring ongoing player engagement. Translation, we've got a 10-year plan. Many players have expressed dissatisfaction about Warner Bros. Games Montreal's upcoming AAA DC games being live service, considering how the past live service DC games, aka Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, performed. In other news, Tales of the Shire is one of the worst rated Lord of the Rings games in history. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there. But there was a part right here that concerned me. The lead development of high quality AAA games based on one of the iconic IPs from the vast Warner Bros. And DC catalog. Translation, another Batman live service game. Because although the job role states that you'll be working for a iconic DC catalog's game, Warner Bros. Has not shown any capacity to open up to any other part of the DC universe other than Batman. We have not gotten a Superman game. We've not gotten a Flash game. We thought we were going to get a Wonder Woman game, but we never got that shit, bro. So it's most likely going to be fucking Gotham Knights 2. If not Gotham Knights 2, it's going to be some other type of Batman live service game because they're just too pussy to try anything else. Yeah, they canceled the Wonder Woman game months ago. Yeah, and they still got the Nemesis system. They made a Lord of the Rings game. I didn't even know. You said dead on arrival. Nah, I'm not gonna say dead on arrival because as long as you own the DC IP, there's a chance. There's a fighting chance because like you can't underestimate how popular something is. How popular the DC Comics is, especially because DC Comics is doing great right now. Absolute Batman is one of the best-selling books of the year. It's in the top 5. So like DC is actually hot right now. So anything with DC's name on it, people will at least look that way. Does that mean it'll sell well? Does it mean it'll review well? Not necessarily. Yeah, and then the Superman movie too. Yeah, DC's hot right now. They're doing great. It's just, I don't know if it'll work as a game. A Peacemaker game with a Nemesis system. Nah, nigga, I don't want no fucking Peacemaker game. No, thank you. I personally would like to have seen that Wonder Woman game or like a Flash game. I just don't know how you would do it, but that's not my job to figure out. That's y'all fault. How would y'all feel about, because they're saying live service, you know what, here's another thought. How would y'all feel about a sequel to what was the Justice League online game? What was that shit? I used to play it back in college. PS4 niggas love that shit. Yeah, DC Universe Online. Well, how would y'all feel about DC Universe Online 2? Because DC Universe Online is a live service game. It could be that, like an MMO type shit. I would love that. It's still active. I would only like DC Universe Online 2 if they really flesh out the combat and the gameplay loop, the mission design. What I mean is, like, I don't want another World of Warcraft type of game. I would like for you to take the combat of Batman Arkham and turn that into an MMO with a large skill tree and a unique mission structure for a live service game. So if you pick a speedster, they should have a skill tree that you can control and do really cool abilities. You see what I'm saying? That would be with good graphics too. Like, I don't need it to be like some super massive, like 1,000 people on one server. If it's like 30 people on one server running around doing cool shit, I'm cool with that too. As long as, yeah, the map is big and it's unique. Let us travel between multiple cities in the DC universe, maybe. That'd be probably kind of cool. So Arkham Knights? No, not Gotham Knights. I think that's what you meant. The combat at DC Online was perfect though, especially for high-end raids. I think you gotta update it some though. But 30 heroes, 30 villains. I see what you're saying. I don't know how that would work. I know it would be a balancing nightmare. Yeah. But Absolute Batman isn't done yet. It might end badly. That's what I keep telling people. Like, Absolute Batman hasn't even finished one story arc. We haven't even gotten through the Bane story arc yet. So like, people are like, oh, animate it, make a game. Like, let's get some stories under our belt before we do anything. Make everyone OP. You said take the 2K route. What if they patch it though? What if they patch it? Do you think they should make a M-rated game? Yes. Will they do it? I don't know, but I'm always going to advocate for M-rated because it allows for more creativity. The moment the game becomes E or teen, you have to work within constraints. So like, yeah, I would love for like a more M-rated, mature-rated game. Most gamers are older anyway, so you're explaining DC Universe Online? I played that shit. It was not fucking, no. I said like Arkham. That's not DC Universe Online. I mean the camera low closer. Actual combo system that you can control with like PvP in it that takes skill. But anyways, just know it's coming. It's coming, which is funny because they're in the midst of selling the company, but it is coming. Not MMO or RPG. Yeah, more of like a online RPG co-op game with some PvP in there, but not like a full-blown MMO. I don't know how to explain it. Third person over the shoulder. Yeah, like PlayStation exclusive type shit. Speaking of live service games, Halo community, come to the front. You might be disappointed to find out that a Halo MMO was killed to protect the executive stock bonus, a developer claims. Back in 2005, rumors swirled of a Halo MMO in development with Age of Empires developer Ensemble Studios. The project came to an abrupt end in 2008 when Microsoft shuttered the studio. However, one of the developers on the MMO has spilled the beans on the lost game and why it was canceled. Sandy Peterson, known for his work on the Call of Cthulhu and Doom before he moved to Ensemble, has posted on Twitter with his recollections about the doomed Halo MMO, which was codenamed Titan. He says that he was in charge of the universe building for the project, which was going to be set in a far past before Halos destroyed all sentient life in the galaxy. The lowest estimate we and Microsoft had for this game's total income was $1.1 billion, Peterson claims. Earlier reports about the canceled MMO backed up Microsoft's early commitment to the ambitious title, saying that Titan had been accoladed a massive $90 million budget. According to Peterson, the problem arose when Don Matrick, aka the guy that said if you can't afford an Xbox One, there's always an Xbox 360 you can buy, who was promoted to the head of Xbox in 2007, realized that his stock bonus was based on the income Microsoft had from games in 3 years. The timing was problematic for Titan, which Peterson said was estimated at the time to need 3.5 years to finish properly. And that's beyond Matrick's drop dead rate, Peterson concludes. So by firing all of Ensemble, he didn't have to pay for our expensive studio for 3 years, and he didn't have to care about Titan. Peterson didn't say whether he saw proof that this was the case or this was just his read on the situation, but the earlier reports on Ensemble's closure also noted official politics as one of the main reasons the studio's demise. Translation: in order for Don Matrick to get his bonus, he needed for this studio to dissolve, because if it didn't, that bonus would have went to them so they could have developed the game. And that nigga said, Not only can you not afford an Xbox One, so go buy a 360, I'm gonna make sure I can afford whatever I want. Fuck that studio. Greed. Which, once again, the biggest problem in gaming is what? Not women ruining your fucking Marvel Rivals matches. Not fucking X, Y, and Z. It's what? Say it with me. Capitalism, guys. These motherfuckers with suits are greedy. And until you get this, and this is not even a gaming problem, this is a United States of America problem. Until you understand this, nothing will change. The only thing they respect is money. But people are too busy corporate cocksucking because they have the hopes and dreams of one day becoming a billionaire that they let niggas slide with anything. Matrix's reign at Xbox was largely unpopular with the fans, with the exec presiding over the Kinect, the much-aligned dashboard redesign. They're just talking about his history. The question is, would you have wanted a Halo MMO? Like, how would this have played? Would it have been a third person or first person? Because I don't really see the third person. So you still talking about that stupid capitalism shit? Brown nose. I don't know. Back then, sure. Not gonna lie, I would have liked it. I would have had to seen how it played. But I mean, anything would have been better than this fucking campaign evolve shit. So I guess, wouldn't it just be Destiny? In theory, yeah. That's what I'm saying. If it was first person, Halo. Actually, yeah, that's actually a good point, because I mean, Halo was made by Bungie, then Bungie went on to make Destiny. So maybe that's why Bungie left. Little conspiracy theory time? Maybe Destiny was originally supposed to be a Halo MMO. Don Matrick pocketed all the money so they couldn't make it. So they sold the IP, so they had the money, and then they made their own original IP. I could see that. It's a conspiracy. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Oh shit. So maybe we did get the Halo MMO after all. Oh shit. Just some food for thought. Other Halo news. Halo 2 and 3 are also getting campaign evolve style remakes, leaker claims, aka capitalism. Guys, if this is true, it could have been a fucking bundle. The entire original Halo trilogy may be set to receive the Unreal Engine 5 treatment following Halo Campaign Evolved. As a prominent Halo leaker claims, both Halo 2 and 3 remakes are being made. Hot off the heels of Halo 3, Halo Campaign Evolved's official reveal, prominent Halo insider Halo Leaks on Twitter stated that Halo 2 and 3 will get the same treatment. Like Halo Campaign Evolved, which looks to remake Bungie's 2001 shooter with the updated visuals, gameplay changes, and even new levels, both rumored remakes will include the addition of the sprint mechanic and will not feature multiplayer online-only campaigns. Halo Leaks didn't have any more details about the remakes to offer, but stated Halo Studios would be saving the return of the franchise iconic multiplayer for Halo 7. Translation: we at Microsoft are feeling the pressures of buying up all these studios, and we need to make our money back. So before we release Halo 7, before we take a risk on that, because Halo Infinite was a dub, let's release Halo 1, 2, and 3 as remakes, not as a bundle, but as individual games, so we can continue to make some of that money back that we lost from buying all these studios, and then we'll think about putting out Halo 7. And the worst part about this news is they could have released Halo 1, 2, and 3 as a bundle with all the multiplayer maps combined. I mean, they've done it already in the Unreal Engine 5, and I think this would have went over a little bit better, but milking each one for its campaign, like, I'm not really asking for this, guys. Master Chief's not that important, chat. He's not. This is some scam scheme. It is, bro. I'm starting to think the Campaign Evolve remakes are Microsoft's version of the Oblivion remaster. Like, I don't really care about Master Chief that much, guys. I don't know about this. What the fuck is going on at Microsoft? I would love to pick the brand. Keep in mind, though, take this with a grain of salt. I'm just acting as if this is just true, because none of this is confirmed. But if it is true, I would love to pick the brains over at Microsoft. Like, what are you guys doing, man? Like, maybe some new IPs, maybe. Like, we don't care about Cortana that much. Nobody wants to see Cortana's naked ass in fucking 4K that bad. Maybe some of you do, but I don't. But why not just get a fix for the Master Chief Collection? All right, right. Why not just do an overhaul of the Master Chief Collection? Do a updated call it Master Chief Collection Supreme Edition or some shit like that, where they fix all the issues, they port it over into Unreal Engine 5, and release that. Like, but that makes too much sense. That makes too much sense because they greedy, because they fucking greedy. Right, call it the Master Collection. But even, you know what? Even if they did remake the Master Chief Collection, that might not be good either, because they just released the Gears of War remake, which was a remaster of a remake, and that shit was ass. I just got a video on my For You page a couple of days ago about this dude who's still playing the new Gears of War remake. He said the game is dying. He said it's mostly just PlayStation players on there, but he's like, it takes a long time to find a game. And he's like, when I do get into a game, he's like, I mostly see the same names. And like, I called it when the day we played it. I was like, this don't feel like Gears. First of all, this shit is laggy. I haven't seen that type of lag since the Xbox 360 era, where like, well, Mortal Kombat 1, where like niggas is literally teleporting on the fucking screen, bro. Teleporting on the screen, the shots, they felt off. It just wasn't right, man. It wasn't right. So even if they do remake it with the Halo, it might not even come out right. Like, where's the passion? Where's the love, man? I don't know. Niggas on Arc Raiders and Battlefield 6, we not playing Gears Unloaded. I just got a code for Arc Raiders today. I don't know if I'll play it this week. I'll probably hop on Ninja Gaiden. Maybe next week I'll try it, but I do have a code. I just got a code for that shit. I'm trying to finish this Ghost of Yo team, man. Just too many quality games out here, man. In fact, the only thing missing was the host powers. Host. Other news. Grand Theft Auto's in hot water. GTA 6 workers fired to prevent a union forming. It's alleged. Is Rockstar anti-workers? Anti-consumer? According to a report, it has been claimed that dozens of Rockstar Games employees have been fired for misconduct in a wave.
Donates a super chat. I'm going to Snapchat Sonic, my intrusive.
Shout out to Darth Misogyny with the $10 super chat.
Makes sense why they didn't do it. The problem with live service is it kills the previous game, so Halo 7 would kill or be killed by Halo Remake Trilogy.
Yeah, I can see that point. You want to milk that Halo 7. I guess I'm just now buying it. Employees have been fired for misconduct in a wave that might have been twisted from a form of union busting. The report, originally published by Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, claims that between 30 and 40 Rockstar Games employees in the UK and Canada were terminated, and they were allegedly all part of a private trade union chat on Discord. Guys, listen, let me put y'all on this game. If you want to chat about something, don't do it on Discord. Discord is not encrypted, guys. Stop chatting about private stuff on Discord, Slack, Microsoft Teams. Use Signal, guys. The Secretary of, well, it used to be the Secretary of Defense, but the Secretary of War, Pete Drunk Seth, is planning out missile strikes on Signal. So it must be good for union busting conversations. Come on, man. Yeah, Henny Hegseth. If the United States government is on Signal, you guys got to get off Discord, man. Also, you got snitches, man. Blatant and ruthless layouts at the Rockstar Games. Rockstar Games is preparing to launch Grand Theft Auto 6 in just a few months, all being well. The studio has been piecing together the open world crime epic for years, and fans are eagerly awaiting the delivery. Will arguably be the biggest game launch in history. But the most recent bit of news involving Rockstar Games isn't all that positive. Bloomberg recently reported that Rockstar Games laid off 30 to 40 employees, labeling their dismissal terms as misconduct. However, a spokesperson of the Independent Workers Union of Great Britain claimed that it's an attempt to prevent unionization amongst the team members. Rockstar has just carried out one of the most blatant and ruthless acts of union busting in the history of the games industry. This flagrant contempt for the law and for the lives of workers who bring in their billions is an insult to their fans in the global industry. My thing is, who snitched? Who fucking snitched? That's what I don't see. Because how did Rockstar get a whiff of this shit? There's a snitch amongst your group. And this is why it's important. If you're talking like serious business, you got to be careful about who you have around you, because, you know, for every great person you might have around you, there's also probably 2 or 3 fucking Hulk Hogan's. That nigga Hulk Hogan was a union busting bitch too. That nigga was snitching. Yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah, we should unionize. You said we're gonna do what on Thursday? Meanwhile, they calling the CEO, telling everything you're doing. Because how did they find out before you actually formed the shit and was able to form power? Take-Two refuted the claim, suggesting that all these firings took place because of gross misconduct, but all the employees were dismissed at the same time per reports, and all of them were found to be in private chat on Discord related to the unionization. I feel like that's a defamation lawsuit, is potentially, because that could hurt your ability to gain new employment in the gaming industry. You got fired from Rockstar for misconduct. What does that mean? Like, you need to specify, is that sexual harassment, bullying, fighting in the workplace? Like, what does that mean? That's a very broad statement. And do you have evidence? Like, I feel like that's a potential lawsuit right there. You can't just say that about people. And then all of them just so happen to be in that Discord. Yeah, it's a very vague word. I smell a class action lawsuit. Rockstar Games has mostly avoided the waves of layoffs that have hit the industry over the last couple of years. Take-Two, the company, yeah, because they got money. We get it. This also could lead to a potential another delay. I mean, 40 people being laid off. That's a lot of people. Big studio, but that is a lot of people, man. I doubt it will, but it could. You never know. You never fucking know. Unfortunate. I will say, although this is all rumors and none of it's confirmed, I tend to believe this is true. Until it's proven, we don't know, but I tend to, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, every industry story I've ever heard about Rockstar has never been positive. People love their games, but, like, I've been told behind the scenes they are the bullies of the gaming industry. Like, these niggas will pull up on you for real, for real. So it doesn't surprise me. They might fire you if they feel like you're trying to. You niggas want equal rights? Fuck out of here. Unfortunate, man. And these guys are all for sure under NDA. They can't talk for 20 years. Yup. But hey, it is what it is, man. Motherfuckers still gonna buy it and then wonder why we are in the situation that wages are not going up, man. People are not being treated well. It's because you can't stop consuming. If I said right now, and what I'm about to say, it doesn't apply, let it fly. But I'm talking about a portion of, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but America. But if I said right now, if GTA 6 was delayed, but that also meant that wages across the United States will go up if you boycott them, most of y'all would not boycott. Y'all pussy. Like, if I had like a magical ball that can guarantee I can see the future and see that if we boycott GTA 6's release, that would create a domino effect that ended up boycotting other things, and it led to more unions and a raise in wages, most of y'all are not gonna do it because you can't stop fucking. And don't tell me you can, because the day Skate came out, we played that damn game, went to the store 4 times in the tutorial. It's 100,000 items in an unfinished game made by a company worth $50 billion. Now it's, I think, worth over 100 billion because they got bought out. Motherfuckers can't, maybe not you in the chat, but you just can't stop buying. You can't. You need that shit, bruh. And that is one of the downfalls of society right now. The lack of self-control. I mean, if you give a guarantee, that's a no, it's not. No, it's not. It is not a guarantee. Because have you seen the memes on social media of people saying, oh man, we got this before GT? Like, people really want. I feel like it would only be a no-brainer if the raise in wages was like 50% plus, right? Meaning, like, I don't know. If you make $15 an hour, you're guaranteed to make $30 an hour if we boycott GTA 6. That's the only, or more. But if it's like $1 or $2, niggas not boycotting that shit. Man, fuck that. I'd rather be poor than wait for this Grand Theft Auto 6. I feel like that's the only way you can guarantee that shit. Fuck that shit, bro. Yeah, instant gratification is a hell of a joke. I think you underestimate how consumerist we become. Facts. If NBA 2K fans just boycotted the game on release day, 2K would have. Bro, I seen a video the other day. It was a live stream on my TikTok. I was just scrolling and he just appeared and he was in the what's the one area where you bet VC over games? Where you can win or lose VC. He was in that game mode. Ante up. Yeah, he was in the ante up, just standing there. And he popped up his menu on the stream. I'm like, what? This nigga had like 30 fucking, he had whatever's the max number of builds. He had the max number of builds, which, by the way, I can proudly say, I only got 1 build this year. Shout out to me, man. Last year was 2. I reduced it to 1. Them niggas got my money for the game, and that was it, bro. And I told y'all, if y'all stop. And the crazy part is, just from playing the game, I feel like they give a good amount of VC out this year. Just from playing the game, I've stacked over 400,000 VC just from like getting wins. So I could, if you see me with a second build, no, I didn't pay for that shit. That was just from winning. But they can't stop. Yo, you got 20 builds, you paid for that shit. Calm down. They can't stop doing that shit. And that's why we can't have progress as a society, because motherfuckers cannot control themselves, man. Yeah, a little offline grinding. You could def max a build. Max number of builds is insane. Max, man. Break the shackles. Free my niggas from the bonds, bro. Free my niggas, man. Oh, I already covered this one. I don't know why I saved it twice. This is the Saints Row article. Let's see. Oh, and then I don't know if y'all saw this, but Fortnite added a new Simpsons event. I saw a lot of people super hyped about this shit. I saw that it had over 2 million concurrent players this weekend because of it, and the caption was "dead game." So if people are wondering why these companies keep taking a risk at live service games, it's because Fortnite is still, whether you realize it or not, it is still dominating, bro. 2 million concurrent players on a game that came out in 2018 is crazy. Fucking crazy. Let me see. There we go. Bigger symptom of how America is so much individual. Yeah, we have an individualistic problem in the United States, I believe. You got people out here celebrating because people can't eat. Guys, friendly reminder, for those unaware, it costs you $36 for us to have a SNAP program, a food stamps program. $36 out of your taxes. Most of your taxes are going to missiles to poor countries, whether you realize this or not. I don't want nobody eating off my fucking taxes and shit like that, bro. Look it up. It costs $36 for the average American for us to have a SNAP program so people can fucking eat. Most of your tax dollars are going to fucking Lockheed Martin. What's the individualistic problem? It's the reason why the United States is in the situation that it is right now. People only think about themselves, which you should to a degree, but they think too much about themselves. I think on the opposite end of the spectrum would be like someone like Japan. Japan is too group minded, and they don't. So then sometimes that's why I think a lot of times they have the highest suicide rates, like Asian countries, because they're so focused on uniformity. It doesn't allow for like expression. You said, oh yeah, then I agree. I think the happy medium is somewhere in the middle for like both countries, basically, is what I'm saying. I feel like Americans only worry about themselves. And then you wonder why we're in such a shitstorm, because you don't look out for your fucking neighbor, bro. They say niggas will sit on the internet talking about it takes a village to raise a child. You don't even know anybody in your village. I said what I said. Most of y'all couldn't tell me the name of your fucking neighbor. I hate that people have to even defend Snap by saying grocery costs.
My intrusive thoughts.
Shit is fucking weird. Shit is fucking weird.
Thank you for keeping up the good content.
Shout out to Kiriko with the $10 super chat. You know, niggas sit on the internet and talk about how they're Christians and then they're laughing at people suffering. I don't think I'm not even religious. I don't think Jesus is celebrating that. That ain't very Christ-like. The season's super fun. It doesn't look bad, to be honest. So does it add anything new besides the art style? Nope. I'm sorry, I'm a part of the Fortnite problem because I do show up for every season. It is what it is. Every time I get on this game, people make fun of me. You know, I get on every 3 years. You're still a default skin? Yes, I've never bought a skin in this game. I can proudly say that. This just makes me want Simpsons hit and run. That's all this makes me want. They had the Mr. Terrific skin. Still didn't want to buy it, man. I'm not going to play the game, so why would I buy a skin? I'm not going to just buy shit to buy it. I'm going to buy it because not only do I want to support it, but I'm actually play what I'm supporting. I'm not going to play the game. I know I'm not. I'm going to lie to myself. What's your opinion on gaming monitors, specifically for shooters? Ball out or stay on a budget? Depends on your situation. If you have the disposable income, ball out. Because a good monitor will, if you never owned a gaming monitor, it'll take you to the next to the next level because the respawn rate is higher, the refresh rate, so it'll make you better. I don't want to say it'll make you better at games, but you have the probability of being better at games because the refresh rate is better. It's more responsive in comparison to TVs. TVs have like, a lot of them have latency on them. So definitely get a monitor if you can afford it. A good one with at least, I'd say at least 120 hertz. If you're on a budget, 1080p. If not, get a 1440. Just don't get a 720, nigga. It's a lot of niggas with a PS5 Pro with a 720p monitor. I don't see the difference. It's a reason why.